Hi, today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the exercises that I do to hopefully improve my tremor. My tremor is on my right hand. It is both a rest and an action tremor in particular. It has some postural features as well. It's a very large amplitude tremor, and it's relatively slow as far as tremors go. I have the tremor because I have MS, and let me just get started with showing some things that I've been doing to see if I can improve it. So the thing I'm going to show today is using a mirror, and I'm going to use a homemade sort of mirror box. So my hand is going to go on this side of the mirror box. So note you can't see it right now, but when I put my other hand down, now you can see both of my hands, right? You're not really seeing both of my hands, of course, but you're sort of seeing both of my hands. And when you have this situation going, you want to be sure that you're looking at, like if I was sitting here and really doing this, I'd be closely looking at my tremulous hand while my hand without a tremor does various motions. You can do things from simple things like pick up uh, fingers, all of your fingers. I'm doing it with both my right and my left hand at the same time, but as I am able to watch, then I can perhaps take advantage of neuroplasticity and rewire my brain a little bit and have the left side take over what the my right hand ought to be doing. So that's the idea here. You can do other kinds of more complex motions, right? You can pick up your hand and move it in different ways that you move. If you're noticing carefully on the video, you can see that my right hand is shaking. But I'm ignoring that because I'm paying attention to what's happening in the mirror, which is a non-shaking hand. You could do various exercises that you might otherwise do. For instance, I might do exercises with cards, and I'm going to put half a deck on the other side and half the deck on this side, so both of my hands are flipping over, both in the mirror and in real life. These decks of cards. When I'm doing card flipping with my right hand in particular, as with everything that I do with my right hand, I try hard to be very slow, to be mindful, to get my head into a peaceful place before I begin flipping over cards. And I tend to do it slow. So here I can slowly flip over the card, and then I can move on to the next card, and I can slowly flip over that card and keep moving through these slow flips. And because I often do this with my right hand, I don't want to exacerbate the tremor at all. And it is even useful because I've seen this happen with stroke patients that don't have any movement in their right hand at all. You can, if your right hand can, like mine, cannot accomplish without shaking, go ahead and do it with your left hand. And remember that you're watching, right? You're watching so that you can see how good that hand is. For instance, if you want to recover your abilities to write and struggle with those, as I do, you can set down a piece of paper and work on doing some writing, some basic writing, with your left hand. My left hand is much better at writing than it used to be. It is, of course, still not what I wish it was, but I can do that writing and I can see how I'm doing the writing, even though the writing's all coming up backward in the mirror. I can watch and see how my hand can actually perform that action. And the idea behind this, remember, is neural plasticity. Your brain can learn to do new things. So if you have a unilateral tremor like mine, where it's just one side having a problem, why don't I try to take over some of those functions with the side of my brain that can actually handle moving around without a terribly large tremor. All right, that's it. I'm going to put a link to a video that goes over a little bit of this therapy, as well as a paper on how it is used in treating tremor. Okay, thanks. Leave a comment.